And these agents are fibrin specific. They causes fibrinolytic agents. They are called, and they systematically affect. So it's not that the only clots which are formed, newly formed, are affected. It can affect the old clots which are there, or the other blood vessels. Patient is having hypertension, and then chances of bleeding, systemic bleeding are there. So risk of bleeding versus benefit is risk ratio is very high. So ultimately, in a patient with a micro thromboemboli or the complication like pneumonia, or just for assuming that patient has got, of course, patient develop pulmonary signs of pulmonary thromboembolism, deadly complication like MI you said, in that situation, and acute stroke or some because of thromboembolic, in this situation we might consider for this specific fibrin specific this thrombolytic therapy. Otherwise, in the routinely in those patients who are having the higher markers, there is no role. As you said, the white clot is formed and red clot is formed, but usually there is a proportion of white clot and red clot is different. The where there is a MI, where there is pulmonary embolism, our idea, we want to recanalize. We want to start the circulation. Otherwise, patient will lose. There is a high mortality. Patient will die. So here, this type of powerful agent can be useful, not for the routine patients who are, but we cannot use them for prevention. We can use for them for therapeutic usage.
So, Dr. Manjunath, when I'm using a prophylactic, say, oral anticoagulant in a patient who is high risk, the diabetic stand post bypass, he's already on aspirin or a dual antiplatelet agent. Do I add? Do I stop aspirin? Do I add? Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, if a patient is already on dual antiplatelet therapy, let's he contracted this COVID-19. So, of course, one you can give a combination, maybe aspirin plus Novak. That could be a better combination because the risk of bleeding is high if you give a triple therapy. So in may either you can give clopidogrel with Novak or an aspirin. Preferably it is aspirin along with oral antihistamine Novak. Better not to give all the three.
So one more consensus we have built up, and that consensus is वो पेशेंट्स जिनका स्टेंट लग चुका है, बाईपास लग चुका है, जिनको ओरल एंटी प्लेटलेट चल रहे हैं, एस्पिरिन, क्लोपिडोग्रिल, टिकाग्लोर, प्रेसोग्रिल, ये दवाइयां अगर चल रही हैं, उनके साथ में आपको ओरल एंटीकोएगुलेशन भी देना है, तो अपने डॉक्टर से बात करके डुअल से सिंगल में आके और उसके साथ में ओरल एंटीकोएगुलेशन. After some time, when the oral anticoagulation is taken out, they go back to the dual antiplatelet agent. और एक और चीज का हमारा कंसेंसस आया है, and that is statin, high dose statin, 80 milligram of atorvastatin और 40 milligram of rosuvastatin. इस कोविड के चक्कर में लोगों का कोलेस्ट्रॉल नॉर्मल हो जाएगा. इस कोविड के चक्कर में जो लोग स्टैटिन नहीं ले रहे हैं, डरते हैं कि मेरे को कोलेस्ट्रॉल कंट्रोल नहीं करना, वो कंट्रोल कर लेंगे. रिमेंबर वन थिंग कि जब मेरी में कोविड होता है, when CRP is high, LDL is consumed. आप देखेंगे इन पेशेंट्स में अगर CRP बहुत ज्यादा है तो LDL कंज्यूम होगा बॉडी में, and low LDL after COVID is a bad sign. So therefore, if you reduce your LDL level, automatically your mortality will become low. Let me have now final 3P message from both of them.